You had an exciting summer. What was it like to be back out there on a football field, in the locker room, hanging with the guys and doing that thing again?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. A blessing to have the chance to do it and go pursue that. So much fun and really enjoyed all of it.
What did you enjoy the most about it? Was it being around Urban, being around the guys? Like, what to you do you take away? I know every season in your life is a learning experience. What do you walk away
Yeah.
from?
I think a lot of things. I think, enjoying what you do. I think enjoying the competition, the grind, the highs, the lows of all of it. And I think when I think you really, when you can look at everything as an opportunity to improve, to grow, to that it molds you. I think you're always trying to figure out things that, even in the good, the bad, how you can get better from it, how you can use it, how God can use it in your own life, and just continue to grow and improve.
They're off to a tough start. How do you see Urban turning that team around, and Trevor, and how much confidence do you have that they'll be able to get on track?
Well, I just think that they have to, stay the course and continue to work to improve. I think there's a lot of talent there, and they just have to continue to try to get better. And every week, I think Trevor's got so much talent and ability, and I think he's a great young man, and I think he's going to be just fine.
Tim, player compensation in college football, it's been a huge topic. It has been for a very long time, and high-profile players can make a lot of money. But Allstate's got a different approach, and it extends across all of the college football divisions. And they're looking to highlight the good work that players are doing off the field and in their local communities, and they have a $1 million NIL investment. So I know you're passionate about giving back, about helping in the community. So how much do you appreciate what Allstate's doing here?
Man, Rob, I got to tell you, I think it is so cool. That's that their $1 million pledge to these student athletes and their nonprofits. And I had the chance 2 weeks ago to talk to some of these young men. And when I'm talking to them and I'm saying, hey, how do you think this will be able to make an impact? Their first reactions, which is why I think this is so cool, wasn't, this is something that will bless me, which obviously it will, and that's awesome. But it was also, hey, we'll be able to get another food truck. I'll be able to get to another hospital. We'll be able to get to so many more kids. I'll be able to set up my own camp. And you're like, damn, this is so cool. And that's why, I love being part of the Allstate AFCA Good Works Team, is because there are a lot of championships and trophies for what guys do on the field, not many for what they do off. And this highlights and celebrates and acknowledges them, but also, really this year empowers them to be able to do more, which I think is super cool. And when you look at these 22 young men, I think you see a bunch of studs that some of them are really good on the field. Some of them are just okay, but dang, their hearts are huge, and their goals to impact the world and impact their community and make an impact is what it's all about. And I think this is really cool, because I think that this deal and this pledge and what Allstate's doing with the Good Works Team, I think it's going to change our communities for the better.
Tim, what does it mean to you to do good work? Because a lot of people look at it in different ways. And, you and I know both live by love your neighbor as yourself and treat others the way you want to be treated. What does it mean to do good work to you?
I think with where you're at, with what you've been given, I think it's having an open hand and saying, you know what, wherever I am, whatever my relationships, whatever my platform, whatever my opportunity, I'm going to be reaching out to the people around me, because there's a way that we can all help. We're all gifted differently. We all have different relationships, different platforms, different opportunities. But when we use all of those to love the people around us, to love the people on our team, to love the people in our community, and then as we go throughout the world, we bring that love to them. And, the best definition of love that I've ever heard is to choose the best interest of another person and act on their behalf. Right. And that's what so many of these athletes are doing. They're choosing other people's best interests and they're acting on their behalf. Right. It's not just this feeling that they have. It's not just this emotion that they have. it's a choice that they're constantly making to say, hey, you know what? We're going to choose whether it's these kids in the hospital, whether it's these kids at Boys and Girls Club, whether it's these kids at Special Olympics, whether it's the homeless and we got to feed them. They're choosing their best interest and they're acting on their behalf. And that's the greatest form of love. And that's why I'm so proud of these young men.
Tim, I've personally turned down deals that don't align with my beliefs. I've walked away from a lot of money in the past. How do you advise a younger kid coming into college that not every opportunity is the right one?
Yeah, wow, super deep question, and would probably take a lot of conversations to be able to talk through that. I think you first want to understand someone's opportunities, someone's heart, and then someone's goals, right? And all of that needs to line up to, you know, who you are, where you want to get to, and what are the opportunities you're going to have or you won't have to get to that place. And all of that comes into play. You know, some of my best offers that I've ever gotten was in sodas. And I, you know, turned them down because it wasn't, I haven't had a soda since I was 15, and I don't want to encourage young people to have sodas. And so while there was an awesome opportunity, it wasn't right for me because I didn't believe in it. It wasn't authentic, and nor did I want to encourage it. And so I think that's for the young people that have the opportunity for these deals, is to really think through it, you know, pray through it, and get wise counsel to find what really matches with you.
Tim, you and I can talk about Jesus for hours. One last question for you, because I know you got a lot of interviews to do today. What's your approach when you're faced with a non-believer who wants to know more?
That's a really good question. I would say that obviously it starts with sharing, but sharing doesn't necessarily start with the words that we use. I think it starts with the actions in which we show. And then when the words match it, now I think you have an even greater chance of having impact. And then when we do share with our words, I think it also our heart for them needs to come out. And, you know, I think the goal is to share the truth in love, right? But we need to make sure that that we have that love part in there.
Tim, appreciate you, man. As always, good seeing you again. Thank you so much.
Good seeing you, man. Appreciate you, of course.